Hi, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Flavia.
And this is the Secret Life episode of the Perfectly Polar podcast. Yes. Okay. We got quite a bit to go through today. But hopefully not. Some of these are just smaller topics that like we're dabbling in.
Yeah, smaller topics. Also, a lot of things, but a lot of them we've talked about before. But they're just like more like update sort of situations.
So, as we know, Coachella was weekend 2 last weekend? Or the weekend before?
The weekend before.
God damn.
I think.
And then all this drama is coming out. Okay.
Okay.
So there's a few more things happening, drama related to Coachella. First one, as we just said, Jocelyn and Flavia. I don't actually know Flavia. I follow Jocelyn on TikTok. I love her. She's so baddie, so tea. So I might be a little biased in this. Okay. However, it's a little situation where, like, I don't know the whole storyline of, like, did the lives happen first? Did Jocelyn post her video first? Did Flavia post something? I don't know the timeline. What I do know is I did see a live stream where Jocelyn was kind of talking about Flavia. I don't really know much about that other than she was talking about Flavia's sister. And then Flavia was on live being like, all she has to say is about my sister. But then Jocelyn posted a video about what happened between their friendship and why it ended. And it was basically like they were all at their Coachella house or whatever. And Jocelyn wanted to go see some of her friends. I don't remember their names specifically. I just remember Benji or some sort of name like that being in the list. And Jocelyn wanted to see them and hang out before Coachella ended because it was going to be the last time Jocelyn could see her friends before Coachella ended, you know?
Right.
Because everyone was already here and they were all going to meet back up later in the day. Like, it wasn't like they were just not going to see each other. And I guess, so they were talking and Jocelyn's like, oh, we can take the rental car that they all pitched in for. And the other girl that was with them, I don't know if this was her sister or not, she just said friend, so I'm assuming just a friend. She was like, the friend was laughing and was like, oh, so you're using us as an Uber? And she was like laughing while saying it. So Jocelyn was like, oh, they're joking. Like,
yeah,
let me joke back, being like, oh yeah, I just use you guys as an Uber.
Right.
She was joking.
Right.
And then I guess Flavia kind of like had a little bit of attitude and was like, ooh, that's not. And then Jocelyn's like, wait, what? Like,
which, can I just say, so fucking irritating when that happens, when you're talking to somebody and like they're kind of being like petty towards you, but you think that they're joking, and so then you kind of like make the joke back like that, but they're being serious, and then it starts like a fight, and I'm like, wait, and you're just like, hold on. Like,
are my social cues that bad? Like, fuck.
Now I'm confused, and like now it's like, why are you
mad?
Why even say that in the first place? Yeah, like, just tell me if you actually are like upset with something that I'm doing. Because like, I don't know.
No, yeah, that's like,
people do that.
That's a good point. Because if Flavia was like kind of upset that because actually we'll get into that in a second. Flavia was like, oh, that's not, and then she was like, yeah, you can get an Uber, and kind of like told Jocelyn to go get an Uber and get out.
Right. Again, so fucking annoying, because it's like, wait, I thought you were kidding.
Like,
and now you're like kicking me out of whatever situation we have going on. Yeah.
So Jocelyn goes outside. She's on her phone with her boyfriend Colby, and she's crying. She's like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. Like, I thought the girl was joking, and so I joked back, and I wouldn't be using them as a fucking Uber. They're like my best friends. Like,
didn't you say they all pitched in for this? Okay.
Jocelyn also paid money for this car.
So I also I paid for this ride. So therefore, I can also use it when I need it. Thank you very much.
Like, if we all pitched in, then, right.
Like, I'd understand Flavia's, like, what she's thinking if maybe they all paid for the car and like Jocelyn kind of like met up with them mid-festival, and then she was like, can I borrow the car to go whatever? Then I can understand. She'd be like, no, can you just get an Uber because we all paid for this car? But like,
right. And then Jocelyn was kind of upset because she's like, who the fuck makes your friend, like, go Uber by themselves somewhere, let alone to Coachella? And mind you, the prices for Ubering to Coachella, horrible. So, like, so Jocelyn's on the phone crying. Flavia comes outside, and she's like, no, Joss, like, let's just, like, whatever. And, like, at first it was, like, seems like Flavia was trying to, like, calm her down, maybe. Or just be like, come on, like, it's, like, whatever. I just feel like you're always talking about them. You always bring up your friends. And she's like, well, yeah, because they're my friends, and I want to see them. And so...
God fucking forbid I want to hang out with my friends at, like, one of the most popular music festivals of the fucking year.
Right. So Flavia eventually starts cussing at Jocelyn, and Jocelyn's like, don't cuss at me, I'm not cussing at you.
Right.
I think it's so funny in Jocelyn's video. She's sitting down for the story, but then all of a sudden she gets up, she's like, she acts out what Flavia did.
Period.
And it's so fucking funny.
We love a good storyteller.
She stood up and she was like, I've been cussing my whole life, and did a dramatic turn and went back. She literally, Jocelyn exited out of her room. That's how committed she was to the bit. And I love her for that. And then she's like, she busts open the door. She's like, yeah, she just fucking went back to the house. Yeah. And I was like, I love her so much.
That's hilarious.
But, and then Jocelyn starts crying more because she's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I'm so confused right now.
Right.
And so she was, I guess the girl or like their friend that was inside told Jocelyn that like Flavia was like, I hope she doesn't tell Reagan. Now, the only Reagan I know is Reagan 777, and I'm pretty sure Jocelyn and Reagan are friends, so that would make sense. I don't know if that is the Reagan we are talking about, but that is a popular influencer who would make sense, like, for Flavia to be like, I hope they don't tell my favorite influencer.
Right.
Also, why is that your number one fucking concern right now? But then, so it's a little petty back and forth. A lot of people are saying, like, it's kind of easy to take a side on these stories because Flavia comes out and she's very vague. She's very, like, petty, very, like, she's not telling, like, it. You can tell she's not telling, like, the full story.
Yeah, she's definitely leaving shit out that she knows will probably get criticized.
Right.
She's leaving shit out that she knows kind of gives Jocelyn the benefit of the doubt. You know, like, because when you have the whole story, like, it's obviously easy for people to pick sides. If you're mad, it's easy for people to, like, not really want to tell certain parts of it, so that it also seems like so it can seem like the way that you acted was justified.
Right.
But it's like, regardless of whatever story you told, the fact that the base of the story is that you guys all paid for a car and you got mad at her for wanting to use it, automatically already you're in the wrong. Sorry. I don't even need to know like what happened between the two of you after your original argument, because it's just it's obvious.
Right.
You're being crazy.
And it also just seemed like Flavia was maybe jealous that she wasn't spending all her time with her. And I think the argument was like, how are you going to go to Coachella with someone and not hang out with them? And then everyone in the comments is like,
oh my God.
People are like, when you go on a trip with someone, you don't have to spend every fucking moment together.
Especially if you're at the biggest music festival in the year that's probably filled, let's like, maybe like, it's filled with all of your online friends.
Right.
They're all there. Every influencer is fucking there. If you're a big influencer and you have a lot of online friends, Coachella is like the one time a year that you guys are all in the same place. So fuck yeah, I want to see everybody as much as possible.
Right. I'd be like, oh my God, this is my time. I can literally see all of my fucking friends.
Yes, they're all here. We can all take pictures. We can hang out a little bit. We can talk, catch up, you know, because we're all here.
Because that was one of the points Flavia said, was like, you're always talking about these people and like how much you want to like see them and stuff.
Okay, why are you acting like my girlfriend? Fucking
like,
calm the fuck down.
Are y'all dating? Like,
sorry, that actually gets me so bad. Like, something that I actually get so annoyed about is having a girlfriend, like a best friend, who acts like they're your literal girlfriend. Like, she's cool now. I just want to put that out there. We're cool now. Like, this was way back, like early, like freshman year of high school. I had this friend in high school who I really liked. She was like my first high school friend, like the first friend that I had made, not being someone who I knew prior to high school. And I thought she was really cool. And so we became really good friends. We became like best friends. And it got to a point where she would get mad at me if I made plans to hang out with other people and not her. She'd get mad at me for not replying to her texts and not replying to her Snapchats. And she would get mad at me for, like, maybe, like, if she wanted to talk to me or hang out at lunch and I was like, oh, actually, like, I'm going to go over here and do this. Instead, she'd get mad at me for that. Like, I was like,
are we in a fucking relationship?
You're not my girlfriend. Like, I'm so sorry. Like I see you every day at school. Like, I don't understand. Like, I can have other friends as well. And so that really gets me for some reason. I don't know why. Like, being like a girl, especially now being an adult girl, like an adult woman, if you're gonna be someone in my life who's gonna get mad at me for like not responding to your text messages and like not trying to make plans and hang out with you 24/7, like, what are we doing? Like, we're all adults here.
Right.
What are we doing?
Bro, that reminds me of like when I was in, I have two stories technically. When I was in 5th grade, I talked about it, I had a lot of friends. Like,
right, you were popular in middle school, I remember.
I had lots of friends and whatever. I had this best friend that I had. And when I was moving schools to go to over where we live now, she wanted to only spend, like, be the only person I was surrounded by during that time frame, the last year that I would be there. She would text people to not go near me, not talk to me, whatever. And I was so confused on why my friends weren't talking to me anymore. I was like, why are my friends being so distant? Like, they wouldn't text me, they wouldn't message me. That's
crazy, because a real best friend would want you to spend as much time with all of your friends before you move.
And she just wanted to spend time with me. I think that's actually how our friendship ended, is because one of my other friends who I was also really close with, she was like, hey, like, this girl is telling us not to, like, go near you and, like, not talk to you because, like, you're hers. I was like, ugh, what the fuck? Also, this is so much drama for fucking 5th grade, bro. I'm moving schools. I want to see my fucking, like, my peers that I love.
Like, I just want to hang out with everybody before I fucking leave.
Also, I think that's why I'm not as
5th grade. I don't know when I'm going to see you guys again.
Right. I think that's why I'm not so close with, like, my elementary school friends, because we didn't really talk much that last, like, section of the school year.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't really talk to those people anymore. It's so sad. And then in, like, middle school, not very far off, before we went into high school, like 8th grade, maybe throughout middle school, I had a friend who liked being in the middle. She liked being the main focus. Which is a little scary, because she does follow me on Instagram. I don't follow her back anymore, because, like, I found out more to this story, whatever. It's actually me and my, like, friend, how we became friends, is we were in this trio, but we were not allowed to speak.
Well, wait. What?
Yeah. We weren't allowed to talk. Like, she would get mad if we were caught alone together. The other girl would, like, pull me aside. Like, she would always, like, want me to be there. And then I felt bad because I was like, we're leaving her behind. Like, what? And then I didn't know the full extent of it, of, like, what the girl did to her. And I was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. And then that's actually how our friendship kind of, like, blossomed, is we had this conversation. We were like, wait. And then we were like, we became best friends after that. I love ALYSSA so much. But we were in this, like, really weird trio where we weren't allowed to speak.
Yeah.
And I almost said her name. Like, let's call her, because I need a name. We'll call her Wicked. I'm looking for posters. I'm like, Wicked. All right. Wicked always wanted to be in the middle. Like, at lunch, if me and Alyssa were too close, she would, like, scoot on in.
Right.
She would push us to the side.
Like, she didn't want you guys creating your own friendship.
And everything had to be about her. I mean, I have so many stories about this. And I hope she's doing good now and she's not like this anymore. Because, like, I do think she was very self-centered during this time period.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope she's not like that anymore.
I do have somewhat of a similar situation, except it wasn't maybe to the fullest extent. It wasn't that this person liked being like the center of things. It was just like, it's like, actually maybe it's kind of different. There was these two best friends who I met at freshman year orientation. I really thought they were super cool. And we did end up becoming friends freshman year since we met at orientation. I loved them. I thought they were great. And we were all friends, and we kind of created like our own friend group, and like I had my friends. And then something happened. One of the two best friends did not like me anymore, and so obviously her best friend was like not allowed to like me or talk to me either, even though like we were all individually friends. And then something happened while okay, actually I need names too. Okay.
Cat's eye members, go.
Okay, so we have Megan and Sophia. Okay, two best friends. Something happens. Megan doesn't like me anymore, so Sophia is not allowed to talk to me. While this is happening, Megan and Sophia get into a huge argument, and it breaks up their friendship.
I feel like we're writing a fanfic right now.
It breaks up their friendship. So weirdly, but nothing really came of it. I knew that they didn't like me, so I just kind of like left it alone. Which, mind you, like which one was which? Sophia. We never had issues. She just was not allowed to be friends with me because Megan no longer liked me. Life goes on. Plot twist: senior year of high school, me and Megan end up becoming best friends. Crazy, but Megan, at this point, still now hates Sophia. So I'm not allowed to be friends with Sophia. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I think it was junior year, me and Sophia kind of started to become, like, friends again. Because it had been, like, a year and a half, like, 2 years. We knew that we didn't really do anything to each other. So we had no reason to, like, not like each other. So I, like, reached out being like, hey, like, can we be friends again? Like, because you're no longer friends with Megan, like, whatever. And she was like, yeah, sure. So we were, like, mutuals, like not like really good friends, but like whatever. So then I become best friends with Megan, and she's like, don't you dare fucking talk to Sophia, that bitch. Like, no more.
So the roles just got fucking reversed.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. So again, Sophia did nothing to me, but I just wasn't allowed to be friends with her because of Megan. Then, like, midway through senior year, me and Megan are now no longer friends again. She fucking hates me again. So me and Sophia were like, you know what? Let's do something crazy. Let's become best fucking friends. Because now we both are not friends with Megan, and now Megan hates both of us. And then we became friends, and we're still friends to this day, I would say. I mean, like, I've hung out with her a couple of times over the years. And, you know, I see what she does on the socials, and I'm like, period, slay. And obviously Megan fucking hated it, but it felt so good, honestly, because I was like, you know what, you can't be here playing with people's lives and their friendships like that, okay? You can't tell me who I can and can't be friends with. Me and Sophia have literally done nothing to each other. I mean, granted, maybe freshman year, Sophia did start liking the guy that she started dating the guy I was talking to, but like that was like so not that big of a deal. I was like, okay, fucking, oh well, he doesn't like me then. Like, oh well. Me and Sophia we never did anything to each other. Right. So I was like, no way that we literally we could have had 4 years of like a real friendship.
I know. I think about that sometimes. Like,
I
don't understand like the need to control other people's lives. Like, even if I'm in that situation where I have maybe problems with someone that's in like a friend group of mine, I'm not gonna be like, guys, don't fucking speak to them.
Yeah, no.
Don't whatever. I'm like, you guys can do what you want. Like, take with my information as you will. Right. I don't care.
And literally since high school, I've had so many, and even throughout high school, with the same person, with this Megan person, all of the times in high school that they did not like me. When I tell you that they did not like me, I'm telling you, like, they did not like. That might be the only person on planet Earth who I've met who's actually ever hated me, like, as a person. They do not like me. The amount of times I had to deal with my friends being their friend and like not, and I'm like, I don't want to be a hypocrite. Like, I'm not going to tell you who you can and can't be friends with, but just know I'm annoyed about it. But you just deal with it, because it's just like, I'm not going to tell people who they can and can't be friends with.
Right.
And I'm not going to be mad if you're spending your time with them and not me, like this fucking Flavia chick. Like, people are people. Like, get over it. Like, people have more to their life than one friend. Like, and that's a part of growing up. I feel like you learn. Like, it's just...
What's so real about being annoyed? I feel like I would actually be annoyed if my best friend was still friends with someone who absolutely ruined my life.
Yeah.
I'd be like...
It sucked.
It
sucked, but you know,
I guess whatever makes you happy. I can't.
It sucks, but you know what? But on the bright side, when you let them do that, and you kind of know in your heart or like in your head, you're like, you know what? It's fine, because I'm sure that something will happen to the point where they will then see it the way that I do, and it always ended up that way. It really did. Oh my God, excuse me. Every single one of my friends, once my friend, not Megan's, me and Megan were friends, me and Megan no longer friends, whatever. Okay, literally one by one, each one of them individually became like, at one point in time, became super close with Megan. And I'm like, why? You know, she does not like me. She hates me. And now, not only are you, like the issue isn't that you guys are just friends. The issue is that, like, there are now times that, like, her and I could be in the same room together, and that's gonna create problems for everybody. And, like, shit talking could happen. Like, it's just not good for anybody. However, at the same time, individually, they would have their time with Megan and eventually stop being friends with her because she was crazy. So I'm like,
what did I say?
So at the same time, I'm like, I can't be mad that you guys are friends, because I know you're gonna see what I saw, and you're not gonna want to be around her either. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, Megan.
Friendships.
She still doesn't like me still to this day, but that's okay. Hey, girl.
Hey.
If she ever sees this.
She hate watches all of our podcasts.
Not. She wouldn't. She really wouldn't. I don't think she would, because she actually hates me so bad. But at the same time, I'm like, it's been so many years. Like, I wonder if she ever does get curious. Like, oh, like, I wonder what Alyssa's like doing now. I fucking pray to God not. Anyways.
I mean, I don't know. So that's as much as I know about the Jocelyn and Flavia.
Do you know if people are more team Jocelyn than Flavia?
I believe more people are team Jocelyn than Flavia, for the same reason that Flavia was being very vague.
Yeah.
And obviously,
and Jocelyn
like,
was just telling it how it is.
Yeah, like, I feel like there's just no room for gaps in Jocelyn's story.
Yeah.
Like, she literally went, we were here, and we were talking about this, and the girl was laughing, and then, bam, I get kicked out of the house. Could more stuff have happened in between then? Mm-hmm. Sure. But her story was just so clear and concise, versus Flavia was like, well.
Right, like, it's almost like she's, like, trying to think of what parts to leave out. Like, almost, like, thinking on the spot how to tell the story so that it's, like...
Right, or, like, she just doesn't talk about it at all. And she's just like, well, yeah, Jocelyn just doesn't have much to say. Just, like, I'm out, like, my sister. Okay, so what the fuck is your story then? To be fair, I haven't seen much of Flavia's side other than her live stream, so maybe this is a little, like...
Okay.
Again, biased. I love Jocelyn. I think she's funny. I think she could be a little messy, but in a good way. Like, she's always right, I think.
Like, there's a difference between, like, being a messy influencer versus being a normal person who just has a platform. Because you're just... Like, I could imagine, like, when we eventually, like... If we get huge and we have beef with somebody, I don't think... I'd probably first try to do it privately, obviously. But if that's just kind of not in the cards, you know? Like, I, too, would probably also just talk about it and just say... And just give the full story to, like, the fullest extent of my brain on how everything happened and how everything worked. Because that's not being messy. That's just you defending yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain. Like,
I think it would have to depend on the scenario, too.
Right.
Because, like, some things, like, you can just, like... Sorry.
It's okay.
Some things you can just like let it go.
Not
Let it go, but like not post about it.
Right. Like this didn't have to be like an actual internet feud thing.
Right. And if they want to talk, let them talk. Like as long as they're not saying crazy shit.
That could have gotten cleared up in a fucking hour that night that it happened.
Like fucking.
They could have just been like, listen, I'm sorry. And then it was, and then.
Oh my god! I also just don't trust like, oh, bro. I feel like if I ever got into internet drama, I wouldn't trust a singular. Oh my, what the fuck did I just say? A singular like phone call, because people would be recording that shit.
Yeah.
And also, I wouldn't say anything fucking crazy in the first place
I wouldn't
worry about that. But
yeah,
I would still feel weird if they posted my phone call, even though I wouldn't say anything wrong.
I know, it's just weird.
It's just weird. I'm like, so this was a moment that I thought was between me and you.
That's how I feel when some people do that. Like, do you know Handsome Fella?
Mm-hmm.
I love Handsome Fella. I watch a lot of his YouTube videos and his streams and stuff. He was dating Haley, and she posted when he cheated on her. Mm-hmm. Which, were they actually dating or were they talking?
They were dating.
Okay.
But it was 2 months into the well, I don't want to say but.
Right.
Cheating is cheating.
Yeah. So he cheated on her, and then she recorded the phone call that he had of him and I'm sorry, this might be cancelable. I have a lot of empathy, so I can't help it. Like, I felt so bad listening to that phone call, because, like, I could understand, like, you did a bad thing. You cheated on your girlfriend, which is fucked up. But at the same time, like, being someone on the internet, like, something not as small, but, like, considering all of the bad things that there are in the world, doing something as small as cheating on your girlfriend, like, that can ruin your entire career on the internet.
Well, he already had a cheating scandal a year prior.
Right. So he's, like, genuinely, like, trying to apologize to her and reason with her. And what?
Did you listen to the phone call? I listened to it a week ago. He was being manipulative as fuck.
Was he?
Yes. He was like, he's like, I know, like, I did this wrong thing, but like, my reputation and my money, like, that's all he cared about.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, he was genuinely, like, concerned for her, because, again, like,
I don't think she should have posted it, but I think he was being manipulative.
Because here's what it is, okay? I can recognize and I can understand that, like, obviously we have cancel culture, and cancel culture is ruthless, okay? A lot of people, their dream is to be streamers, YouTubers, whatever it is. And when you finally get to that point in your career, it is so hard, or no, not even. It's so easy for all of that to immediately go away. If you're working in the normal world, a 9 to 5, you get fired, you can just go find another 9 to 5. You know what I mean? I can understand the stress that I feel most influencers feel being online, because any single bad thing they do could result in literally not only just their career being destroyed, but millions of people thinking you're a bad person. And that, depending on what it is, cheating is still bad, obviously. And I think maybe that's just, like, a personal thing, because my biggest fear, my biggest no-no, the thing I hate most in the world is people being mad at me. Like, the feeling of people not liking me, the fear of people being mad at me, it literally makes me spiral. It gives me so much anxiety. That's why I'm, like, not confrontational. That's why I try my best to be, like, as good of a friend as possible. I don't ever want to try and be mean or make people upset, because I hate, like we talked in that one episode, like, if me and Brady so much as get into, like, a little argument, my body fully shuts down, and it doesn't know how to do anything besides just, like, panic and cry, because I cannot handle the feeling of people being mad at me. So maybe that's where it comes from. And also I'm just a pretty empathetic person. So, like, I heard the phone call, and I just felt bad, because to you, you're listening to it and you're thinking, like, oh, well, he's a bad person, I don't like him anymore. But then you have to also think about how you and probably millions of other people, like, it's not just you, because you only live in your own body, you know? You're like, oh, well, it's just, I don't like him, but oh well. But when you add up the like, the weight of millions and millions of people, I can imagine that's a very, very, very scary thing to go through. For something like cheating. Cheating is still bad, but like I said, compared to all of the bad things you can do, cheating is a little bit on the lower side of the scale.
Which I will say, I don't think he should have been canceled. I don't think that phone call should have been posted. I do think he was being manipulative in the phone call.
And I can see that when I think
he
about
could have worded things better, or maybe not
Yeah.
been so. He came off very desperate in that phone call, which I can understand because he was
probably
scared.
which is probably where that mindset of mine came from, because that's what I thought. I was like, he just seemed like that's what it was giving. He was just like, what else do you do? He's like, I don't even know what else to do. Like, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna like just please. Like,
because I think he did post something being like, listen guys, I did something that was incredibly fucked up. I think that post would have been a great response and just leave it at that. I don't think he would have lost his entire platform, though. I do think I've never seen so many like commentary YouTubers jump on something so hard as this situation, which I thought was crazy, because like, sure, they're like all big people on the internet, but I saw post after post after post after post after post of this situation. But I think that's because so many people love Haley, and they're like, oh my god, this guy just fucking did this to her.
You know what? I'm now remembering too. I think the reason, I'm so sorry. I think the reason why I felt a little bit more empathy for Handsome Fella, I'm now remembering, is because at the time that happened, I didn't like Haley anymore because of the fucking Reagan's cat situation that had just happened like a couple of months before.
Reagan's cat.
When Reagan 777 had her cat.
Didn't take care of it.
And supposedly didn't take care of it, but she brought out receipts of showing her cat, showing her taking care of him, and he just got sick, and then people took him to take care of him, and even after you took care of him, he still fucking died, and then she just thought he ran out for 3 years, never knowing that her roommates stole her cat and died in their care. And Haley was a part of that. Antonio Garza was a part of that. So I didn't like them anymore after that.
Like the guy who was like the weird, like the
Roblox fucking
the minions.
Yeah. Yeah. So after that, like, cause I tried to do as much research on it as possible, cause obviously I also don't fuck with animal cruelty, but the way that like for example, my cats, I love them to death. Emily was technically my first cat, but not really. I actually did have a cat before Emily. His name was Jax. He was a stray. I took him in. I had him for a week and a half. He was still a little kitten. I only had him for a week and a half. One day he's can't pee, so I'm like, fuck, I think he has a UTI. Take him to the vet. Literally, he died that day because apparently he had been sick the whole time I had him. I didn't know. I did take him to the vet when I got him. They said everything looked good, but it's obviously, they can't check everything. So there were like more deeper issues that just like on surface level, they can't see. So like, if your cat is sick, and even that day at the vet, when he was dying and they were like, okay, here are all the issues. And there's a lot. He was like, you can either put him down, maybe put him out of his misery, kind of, or you could spend thousands of dollars for multiple years trying to keep a sick cat alive. And I was like,
which,
fuck.
It is really expensive. I had my cat who had...
Yes, Tookie.
Yes, Tookie had stage 3 kidney disease, which is like, he's about to fucking die. Oh, like the options for him were basically we could put him in a like... We could try to put him in like an animal hospital, and it'll spend $1,000 a day to try to keep him alive.
Yeah.
But the disease already got so bad that he just like, I could tell he wasn't living to his fullest extent anymore.
Right.
I talk about this sometimes. Like Tookie used to be so feisty. Like I love him so much. Like once he warmed up to you, like he was chill, whatever. But he was feisty. Like he didn't like new people. He didn't like whatever. But towards the end of his life, he became very chill. Yeah. He didn't care who was around. Yeah. I could tell he didn't like them, but he wouldn't hiss, he wouldn't swat, he wouldn't do whatever. He would just chill. Yeah. He started throwing up a lot. And I was like, oh, I'll give him, like, maybe he just gets too many hairballs or whatever. Because at first it was, like, spread out. Like, it wasn't like he was just throwing up constantly, but then it got worse and worse. And I was like, okay, he's just throwing up a lot. I'm trying to give him medicine. Like, it's not working. We take him to the vet. Bam, kidney disease. Eventually, it gets to the point where he's throwing up almost every day, twice a day. We put him on a special food. It's not helping. He was basically really dehydrated. He was peeing and pooping everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we had to put him down.
Right.
And there's more to that situation. I don't know if the vet was like you should put him down, because it kind of just happened. I'm pretty sure whoever booked the appointment booked it as that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't me.
Right.
Anyways.
So I guess my point is that, like, if you get a sick cat, they're sick. It's unfortunately, like, it's not super common to be able to, like,
fully, especially depending on the diseases, like,
right.
you can't
so, like,
fully nurse them back to health.
So based off of what I saw, it wasn't giving Reagan was abusing her cat. Reagan wasn't taking care of her cat. It's giving the cat was sick and she took care of it like normal, but like the cat is sick. The cat is sick. The cat is sick. So there's nothing you can really do about it. So the fact that people took the cat out of his home, which is probably where he would have much rather been in his final days.
Right.
And still, even after the friends took care of it and took it to the vet and whatever, he still fucking died.
Also, can I just say, like, the stress, cats, when they move, go through an immense amount of stress.
Yes.
Because they're in a new environment, they're unfamiliar,
Yes.
like, they don't know what's
scary.
going on.
Yes.
They don't have their person.
Yes.
If they don't have their person, 10
Right.
times, like, their stress is at an all-time high.
Right. Reagan, and this whole for 3 years, Reagan just thought that someone left the back door open and Seven ran out of it, and never knew until all of this came out that her cat died in her roommate's care because they stole him. So Haley was a part of that. So after that, I was like, I don't like Haley. So then that's why I feel like I had maybe like a bias when it came to the whole like Haley and Hanson Phillip situation.
Which I didn't know that Haley was a part of it. I remember people just being like, Reagan abused your cat, Reagan did this. And I didn't really look much into it. I was just like, oh.
Because she was one of the people that came out against Reagan, saying like, oh yeah, like I saw her cat was fucked up. Like, she definitely didn't take care of it. It's like, again, her cat was clearly just sick. So you can't really do anything. It has nothing to do with the way that she's taking care of it. If she's feeding it and watering it and cleaning its litter box, she has lots of videos and fun photos of her loving on him. So like, if it has food and water and it has a place to shit, like, I could consider that just taking care. Like, that's the basics of taking care of your cat.
To me, like, it would be not doing those things, or physically, like, damaging the cat, or feeding it things to damage the cat.
Yeah.
I don't think she was doing all that.
Exactly. I didn't think so either, based off of because obviously Reagan was super, when that was happening, she was obviously very firm in her stance that she was not neglecting her cat, and she had so many videos, so many photos, tried her absolute best to prove other people wrong. And I feel like personally, when I see people like that doing things like that, that's when I kind of tend to maybe believe their story. If someone's just kind of like telling a story about what happened, like, I could still believe it. But like, when you have someone like that she was posting multiple videos a day, hundreds of photos, hundreds of videos, like so many different like talking about it to the end of her, I was like, this genuinely feels like someone who's dealing with public criticism while also learning that her beloved cat died in her roommate's care after they stole him. Like, this feels like I can feel the pain, like, through the phone, like, and how desperately she's trying to like defend herself, because obviously, like, if someone came out and told the public that I neglected my cats, oh my god, like, the thought of it like makes me want to throw up.
I'm like, hello?
Because I would literally rather myself than ever like do anything that would hurt my cats. Do I maybe not always give them attention? Sure, but that's because I'm busy sometimes. But other than that.
And to be fair, Emily requires a lot of fucking attention. Bro, when you guys left for Country Thunder, Oh my god, she wanted attention for like 3 hours straight. I was trying
I
to
know.
sleep and she was like, meow.
I
And
know.
she would like claw at me
I
to like
know.
pet her. I'm
I
like,
know.
I'm trying to fucking sleep.
I know. So if anything, I'm fucking mom of the year because I'm always there to give my child attention, dude. And also last night she literally walked across my desk while I was playing Valorant. She just like walked right here across, and I smelled something stinky, and I'm like, my cat literally just crop dusted me because
She's
like
been
not.
so smelly lately, bro.
I think it's because I finally started like free feeding them again, so they're kind of eating more food than they're used to.
Rumi is so fucking fat. Bro, I was
love
petting her and I think she like, I was helping her up. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I tried to like, when we realized that Brady was feeding her way too fucking much in the morning, obviously we started like cutting how much food she was getting in the morning. Because for those that don't know, she's almost a full year old now, but I got a kitten and I had to feed them 3 times a day because my cat Emily was used to like free feeding, as in like I'd always just put food in the bowl when it was empty and then she could just eat it whenever she wanted. We had no other cats in the house. When I got a kitten, obviously this kitten, she wants Emily's food, obviously. And when I put Rumi's food out, Emily wants Rumi's food because they're cats. They see cat food, they want to eat it, but they eat 2 different foods, kitten food and adult food. So for a year, I had to feed them 3 times a day in separate rooms so that they could eat or whatever. I originally was feeding them twice a day, but that wasn't enough. It was causing Emily to throw up from being so hungry because she was not used to not eating that much. Anyways, besides the point. So for a full year, I was feeding them 3 times a day in separate rooms. Now Rumi is officially on adult food, so I went back to free feeding. Kind of nervous. I don't know if you're like fully allowed to do this. I'm assuming like their stomachs will get used to it and like kind of expand a little bit again, especially because Emily kind of lost a lot of weight from doing that. But because now they're eating more food, because food's just like available to them, like they're ripping ass. Oh, and also I was saying that one of the times in the day that we would feed Rumi, our kitten, was at 6 a.m. in the morning when Brady woke up, because it was just the best way to do it like evenly spaced throughout the day. So we do like 6 a.m., 4 p.m., and then like 9 to 10 p.m. And there was a 3rd cup, like measuring cup in Rumi's food. And I'm pretty sure on the bag it said that she should have like a 3rd cup of food, or maybe like a little bit more than that, like a day. She was a kitten. He was giving her a full scoop in the morning. That's like all of her food for the fucking day. So she got fat quick. And then we realized, oh shit. I started telling him like not to put as much food in, so he started giving her like a 3rd scoop or like a half scoop, but like she didn't shrink. So I'm like, well, we're just gonna have a fat cat, but I'm okay with it. Oh well. But she is chunky.
She is a chunky gal.
She's very chunky. Okay.
That's besides the point.
Ugh.
So heavily, however.
Anyways, so we were talking about recording phone call. Oh, because we were saying that they could have just easily just talked about it and not put it on the internet. If anything, they made it worse by talking about it on the internet. But
because, okay, in a situation like that, I think it's fine for Haley to be like, listen, this is what happened to me. I'm obviously very hurt by it. Leave it at that.
Haley, or?
Yeah.
Oh, like with Handsome Fella?
Yeah. Just like drama like that in general, where like there's
like
a situation, you could talk about it.
Yeah.
But don't post 5 million things.
I was gonna say, I don't think I would ever feel comfortable, like even if someone like really hurt me and like they called me and had a conversation like that, like I don't even think I'd personally feel comfortable with like recording it and posting it on the internet, because that's just giving like villain.
Because
like
that's
that's
a
just
personal
mean.
phone call between
Yeah.
us. No matter how I felt about this phone call, I wouldn't be like, unless it's some crazy ass shit that they are saying on that other line, I'm not
If it's giving
that.
if I was on the phone with Demi, like, oh fuck yeah, I'd record that shit and put it on the internet.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, get this.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. There.
Honestly, based off of what I heard, I'm Team Jocelyn, because she paid for that fucking car. So, also, no way that we've actually been talking about one topic for 45 minutes.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, we've been talking about this for a fat ass minute.
Okay. But in other news, more Coachella drama, allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know. Okay. So there's a girl who posted, and I wish I fucking saved her at, but there's a girl who posted about how a big influencer kind of like toppled over her at Coachella and was being so rude and put his hands on her friend and da 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 blah.
I'm trying to see if I can like find the girl who also posted the other video, but only thing I can find is literally just James Charles's video,
which is interesting. I saw the video. The girl was just talking about it, and she was like, she was about to go see Justin Bieber. She was setting up like where she was gonna sit. Interesting story. James Charles posts a fucking video. Same place, same time, same kind of story.
I literally have almost like a transcript of his TikTok that he posted. So I'm going to read it.
Okay.
So he uploaded a get ready video with me. Exclaiming, I literally almost got into my first fight last night. My friends had to pull me away from somebody. And he's like obviously putting on his makeup and shit or whatever while he's talking about all of this. So he said, so the only way... Applying his makeup, Charles went on a lengthy rant about the price of Airbnbs and Ubers due to the festivals in California, which, again, sorry, Jocelyn. They made her pay for an Uber. Fucking Ubers are however many dollars. Proof. He then turned his attention to his near fight, explaining that he and his friends wanted to grab a drink from the VIP area where the bar is located on a raised platform area. However, he said that people chose to sit on the stairs there as it gives a good view of the main stage. So then James actually says, so the only way through is basically to politely step over people, and granted, most that are sitting on the stairs are well aware of this, so will move or shift over to allow people through. Well, not this lady last night. My friend was in front of me. He politely said, excuse me, stepped over her, and all was good. I was right behind him. When I said, excuse me, and got ready to politely step over her, she moves herself over and says, nope, you can go in over there. I said, nope, I'm going to go in right here. Excuse me. Then she moves over again, moves her feet. So when I take a little step, I accidentally step on the very tip of her shoe. Not her open toes in a sandal, not a cute little sneaker, but a heavy-duty boot. And I know that because I looked down after she literally grabs both sides of her head and screams, making a whole entire scene for no reason.
I know, the way he reenacted it, he was literally like...
This part looks fucking insane. He says, of course, everyone starts looking, and before I even had the opportunity to say sorry for stepping on her shoe, she's already cussing me out. And at this point, I'm a very, very, very nice person until you give me a reason not to be. I snapped. I fucking snapped. I was like, fuck you, dumbass bitch. You're lucky I only stepped on the tip of your shoe and not your fucking face. Clock it. And then he explained that his friend grabbed him and moved him away to avoid any more like confrontation. So I'm like, damn. I need to find who the girl is. Like,
I wonder if I can find the YouTube video that I watched because it did go over that.
Okay, we don't know who this other bitch is. I don't think we can find who it is, but damn, move the fuck out of the way, bitch. God, people are so people are so fucking dramatic. Okay. Anyways, moving on. AVRYAL also knows more about this than I do. There's like a scandal going on right now with a predator catcher, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I cannot find the video of the James Charles thing. The girl's video did make it seem like it wasn't her fault, but I guess that's like how it'll be on both sides. They're both gonna be like, it wasn't my fault.
Right.
So I don't know. I did watch the video and I was more like on her side of things, but also like, because I saw both videos, but also.
Did she say she was on the stairs?
No.
Oh.
So she was on the ground and she like, I don't fucking know.
Okay. Or who knows? Or maybe these are two weird, coincidentally similar but different situations.
Right.
You never know.
Because it was just same time frame.
Same
so
place.
people are like, oh, this is James Charles.
Right.
So
but maybe James Charles actually did encounter someone on the stairs, and then someone actually did. And then the girl actually encountered a different influencer, like, on the ground.
Because it was saying, like,
unless
the guy,
she came out and said who the fuck it was.
Yeah,
like,
which I can't fucking find the video, which it's so annoying because I watched the whole thing. But next topic is about Skeeter Jean, actually. If you guys don't know who that is, it is this pred catch YouTuber, which actually me and Jake watch all the time. We just find them, like, interesting, like, I don't know. There are arguments to be said about pred catchers on YouTube. We can get into that later. But Skeeter Jean, for the most part, I like he kind of, like, makes fun. He plays, like, a little character in his videos. But there is a video he posted recently. I don't know if it's his newest video. Actually, I can go find that really quick. Because, again, I watch his videos. And yeah, seems like it's not his newest video. He posted one 2 days ago, but he posted a video, has 1 million views. I exposed a pred at his aunt's 90th birthday party. So there are a few things to be said with this. One, so obviously the predator was talking to a minor. Obviously,
it was 13-year-old boy, right?
Quote unquote. It was a decoy who was a 13-year-old boy,
right?
And the pred was telling him, like, where he's going to be. He's going to go to his aunt's 90th birthday party, and then they're gonna go to the casino afterwards. So Skeeter Jean thinks it's a great idea to go crash this party. He says that in his video. He's like, I kind of feel bad I'm crashing this party, but this guy needs to be stopped. So he shows up to the restaurant that they're having, like, the little birthday gathering at. There's a lot of family around the table. He doesn't blur out any of the family's faces, and he brings in some balloons. He's like, I have a little delivery from I forgot the guy's name.
Like the predator's name?
Yeah, hold on. And it looks like in the comments people are not... Okay, actually, never mind. I was gonna say most of the comments are, like, supportive of this video, but there are people being like crashing a 90-year-old birthday party and giving her the gift. I will get into that in a second. It is really cruel. I think his name is, like, fucking, like, Charles or something. No, it's, like, a weird ass name. His name is Stanford, but this is the main thing.
He goes, I didn't order anything.
And then eventually, I'll pull it up. He kind of pulls Stanford to the side. He starts talking to him, and eventually they go outside, probably because he doesn't want to fucking talk in front of his 90th.
Do they show the aunt, like, actually opening up the gift?
I don't. Well, to be fair, this is a re-upload or a, like, edited version of the main video. So he actually cut out the part where he was talking about it, like what the gift was. So Skeeter comes into the restaurant. He brings in balloons and he has a little gift bag in his hand,
saying it's from Stanford.
Yes. So turns out the gift was adult diapers, which I think it is so cruel to just, like.
Because it's not like you're not making fun of Stanford.
Right.
Like,
now
you're
making
involving fun of this random woman.
Like, you're involving his family who don't have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
And also, it's a 90th birthday party. It would still be fucked up if it was the 50th, the 60th, 40th, fucking 30th.
Right.
But a 90th birthday, where this is likely, like,
Some
the
of
last years of her life.
Mm-hmm.
And you are making this, like, one of her last memories.
Yeah.
That is so unbelievably fucked up. And also the fact that he had that gift, that's a kind of fucked up gift to give to someone.
Anybody. Even if, like, because again, like, even if, like, anybody, even if this was not like a pred catch sort of situation, like, even if I jokingly showed up to somebody's 90th and gave them adult diapers, like, that's just not nice.
It's fucked up, yeah.
It's just not nice.
So
unless you're close with them and you know that they actually need some. But
and you're like, I heard you needed some more.
Right, like,
but also the fact that she probably opened that in front of her family and was like, oh, what is this? And it's from
like,
Stanford.
You're just making fun of her.
Right. And
regardless of who she thinks the joke is coming from.
I think it might have been okay if he went in there and he was like, yo, Stanford, can I talk to you out here? And then pulled them outside and had the conversation out there. But the fact that he went in with balloons and he made it this huge thing about her 90th birthday and he brought her adult diapers, a lot of people are having issues with this because it's like, do you even care about the actual cause at hand here?
Right.
Or are you just...
It's giving unprofessional.
Yes. And again, like, it's just really distasteful to do this, again, with it being a 90th fucking birthday party. So, you know, and I saw people talking about how, like, a lot of Skeeter's catches, like, I don't know if this is true because I watch Gideon. He makes Pride Catch videos now. He used to stream on Twitch. He was a big streamer, but now he focuses on that. The way he does that, it's kind of different. There's a few Pride Catchers that are pretty big on YouTube, but a lot of people are just like, the way Skeeter does it is really, like, weird. For the most part, I never really cared about Skeeter posting, like, the family's faces when they are actively supporting the predator, because there are some times where they're like,
because that's just giving, like, let people be in the know,
right,
that these people know that something bad is happening, and, you know, people should know who these people are.
But now this video has 1 million views, probably because of how much it blew up in the distastefulness of it. I'm actually surprised it's still up on YouTube, but he did remove all the parts that were controversial.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that brings the bigger question: is Pride catching on YouTube, what's the word? Is it better to expose these predators on YouTube and, like, let people maybe in these areas know that this person's a predator, because half the time they do not get charges, they whatever. Right. Or should it stay off YouTube and it go to the police, which half the time the police don't really do anything. So it's really back and forth.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had to think about it, I think maybe predator catching on YouTube, I do think, can be helpful, because, like you said, a lot of the time police don't even really give a fuck anyways, and nothing really happens. So it's good for people to kind of, like, if for some reason you're someone who really likes watching these videos and they just so happen to find maybe, like, because the world, although huge, it can be kind of small too. Like, if I were watching it and I saw, like, my neighbor, be like,
there were some, so a lot of,
to know.
Yeah, a lot of these people, they travel.
But you just can't do it in that way. You just, like, can't do that.
Yes.
I think that they should be a lot more, like, the way that when most people do, where they, like, do the decoy and they usually, like, send the predator to a motel and then they
or
kind
a
of
fake house
confront them there. That, I think, works. Show their name, their face, let the people know who this person is. If you see them, if you on the internet, in person, be safe. But, like, to involve family like that in any way, I think is, like,
yeah. And it's hard because
that's giving cash grab. Like, that's giving, like, he's just trying to get more views on YouTube. He doesn't really even care about the fact that he's actually catching a predator.
Which, that is what a lot of people are saying, especially because it's a fucking family celebration.
Right.
Now, there are videos, I think, of Skeeters where he shows up to their work. Which...
see, I don't like that either. Like, fuck child predators. Fuck child predators.
Because there was this one video.
I don't like the idea of you including other people. Like, just focus on just the predator.
Because, there was this one that it's actually, like, not his first time catching this guy. But this guy, he worked at Wendy's and he got caught. And so Skeeter shows up to his work and they're all sitting in there. They all have cameras and they're like, can I speak to this guy? I forgot his name. Off the top of my head, because I just don't remember these random ass fucking predator names. I have no interest in knowing their name. But he shows up to the guy's work and they're talking. Oh, his name's like Derek.
Okay.
or Daryl.
Okay.
Daryl is his name. He shows up. They're talking to him for a bit, but the Wendy's is fucking busy. Like, the drive-thrus pop in. They're like, Daryl, we need you back here. And instead of being like, okay, we'll talk like later if you can or whatever, which also just catching him at work.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know, because I do have like a little bit of a back and forth with it, because I'm like, catch them at work, tell their employer, you know, like make it known to their employer, to the people that work there, so that they can be aware, or they can fire him, or whatever it is. But at the same time, it's like, you're
impacting, like, they're busy as fuck. They need all hands on deck. Like,
yeah, like
fast food.
That's just, yeah, I think that's the issue, is that like when you do it like that, I can understand where you think this might be better, confronting a child predator at work, kind of embarrassing them, the employer seeing what's going on, figuring out that they have a child predator that they probably shouldn't have on their team anymore. The people that are going to this Wendy's probably live in the area. They know this guy, and now they know who a child predator is in their area. Like, I can understand maybe where you think that that's cool, but I think what's fucked up about it is that he's not thinking too hard about how this is impacting other things that have nothing to do with the child predator, like which impacting this Wendy's location specifically.
Let me also say, in this video, the cops do get called, they show up, but Daryl actually took off mid-shift. So he ran out. He did get caught, and he did get like booked.
Okay.
And like
when they call police on the child predators and they like arrest them, how long does someone like spend, like what is the charge for?
So some of them, half the time they get released, like, again
right away, or
usually about like, sometimes it's immediately, sometimes they're in there for 24 hours. Some of them get fully booked and they get on the list, like, and they have to be like, they can't be in a certain feet of schools, like all that stuff. But it is very rare for them to go to that full extent. Usually they just get like, it gets put on the record, but like not fully. It's just like like a mental note for the cops, I guess, to like keep an eye on him.
Okay. So it's almost like in the records, if something bad were to happen, they'd be like, well, this guy.
So he actually has a history of something similar. Because half the time cops also don't like the whole decoy thing. There has been pride catches where they were on the police radar already, and the police were working on an active case against them. But now, like, with these pride catchers, it fucks up their whole investigation, because they have to go about it a certain way now, because now the pride is going to be more high alert because they're already getting caught. So again, it's a really slippery slope, because half the time they don't get tried, they don't get booked. Maybe they'll get booked for a little bit, like, hey, they were here for this reason, but it doesn't go on the record.
Right.
So, or they don't like get put on the list or anything like that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's a really slippery slope. Skeeter Jean sometimes calls.
Jean is not my lover. She just a girl. Sorry. Yeah. You keep saying Skeeter Jean, and it just keeps, and I just, in my head, it's just Billie Jean. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that happened, which is really interesting, because I saw that and I was like, well, I watched this person, and it's not like I watch his videos and I'm like, I love this like person, like, and what they do. It's just like really interesting the way he formats his videos. To the point, it is entertaining, but it also is like, it brings awareness to it. However, I do think there are other better channels out there. I do like Gideon's videos, because Gideon kind of goes about it like, listen, man, like,
maybe just like fuck child predators, but also in a more respectful way for everybody. Unfortunately, child predator included, because they are still like, and like they still deserve to maybe get booked, get put on the list, because you're doing bad things. But also, I feel like there's like, when some child predators do this, where they kind of like go on like attack mode, it's like, I don't really feel like that's gonna help. Which it kind of makes it worse.
Skeeter's kind of known for like kind of making jokes and playing it like at them and their looks and whatever mid conversation with them, versus like, I forgot this other guy, but he does pride catching, and the other two that I'll talk about is this one guy, which I forgot his name, and I'm sorry. I guess like I could try to figure it out because like me and Jake also watch his videos, and he goes about it in a very respectful way, where he'll like be like, listen man, I just want to talk to you, like,
because there are some videos I feel like I've seen of them catching a child predator, and then they're like, listen man, like, we have the evidence, we know you're doing this, you need to stop. And sometimes I feel like there are some, when they're being respectful about it, where they're like, you're right, I know, I'll stop, this is fucked, you know what I mean? Like, I swear I feel like I've seen a video or two like that of, because like maybe I'm just super non-confrontational, but I just feel like going about something in a more just like calm, respectable way is 8 times out of 10 more effective than being aggressive and attacking someone about it. Like, think about it. People go into fight or flight so fucking fast when they start feeling like they're whatever. So I feel like if you like, I like the kind of child predator catchers that kind of talk sense into the actual child preds, and I just feel like that's more effective. But also, it's not. But obviously, it's not like that for everybody. But I just feel like more chances than not.
My 3 cases of Dr. Pepper coconut creamy getting delivered. But I'm pretty sure it's predator poachers because this guy looks really. Yes, it is. He goes about it in a very like respectful-ish way. Like a lot of the takes that I think Gideon also takes on is like, he's like, listen man, I don't think you're a bad guy, I just want to talk about it and kind of get an understanding and make you understand,
because that's what it is. I kept wanting to say like, oh, the child predator is still a person, like but I didn't know how to go about it without sounding like I'm on the child predator side, but that's it. Like, just like I can't even find the words. Like,
to be fair, they do say that to kind of get on the side of the predator, right, to get them to speak. However, most times they're like, listen man, like, you need to stop doing this. I think predator poachers does offer to get them help. They'll send them,
which is great, to
like, they'll be like, listen, I have resources here for you. Like,
I like that.
I love that. Yeah. Like, that is so much better way of going about it versus embarrassing them and like
embarrassing family, embarrassing like local, just like strangers. Like,
have you seen those memes that are like, this man is here to meet a 13-year-old boy, like in a Walmart?
That's like really fucked up. Yes. Because think about now how you've affected the people around you. Now they're scared, maybe uncomfortable. They don't really know if this is a joke or if it's real. You've just thrown off their whole day because now they're like, I'm gonna go check out now.
Like, and half the time, like, the police do get called in those scenarios, but it's not like the police are going there because the pred catchers called them and been like, hey, I have this guy here. They're calling because, hey, these guys are making a disturbance in my Walmart. Can you please? And then half the time they get arrested for public, like,
right,
I don't know the word for it, but like they just like
public accusation. Well, it's because are they actually doing it to actual child preds, or are they literally just doing it as a joke?
No, like they're doing it to actual people, but because they're making such a disruption.
Right.
I don't know the word. It's not like it's basically when you're being like really loud and like disruptive in public.
Like public disordinance or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I do think there is a certain way to kind of go about these things. I don't think Skeeter did it in the most.
It's almost kind of, it's not the same situation, but like the vibe, like the surface outside vibe, it's kind of giving Logan Paul when he was in Tokyo, Japan. Like, I feel like people that make videos that are so used to doing what they can to get more views, there's like a film that like goes over
because they're
your
just,
eyes.
Yeah, they're just so focused on like getting those clicks and the money.
Right. So like in Logan's video, like he thinks he's just seen something so crazy, like so many people are gonna watch, you know, without realizing
what the fuck he's
when
showing.
You take off the fucking film from your eyes, what are you doing? Do you realize what you're doing? And I'll be frank, like I'm also a really big person on like like, I'm sorry. Like, you guys are just gonna have to get used to it. Like, I'm just empathetic. Like, I am one for, like, second chances. Like, I can understand that maybe in the moment you didn't think about it. Because, fuck, I do that. Like, have I made mistakes because just in the moment, like, the thought just doesn't cross my mind? Like, there's something else, like, kind of taking more occupation in my brain. So, like, I kind of oversee other things. Yeah.
Of course.
But
not to that extent.
That's like a little different.
Guys, fucking kill me if I ever become that out of touch.
Please.
Like, literally.
Honestly, no. Actually, we have to talk about this because I've been I'm like, every time we film a podcast episode, every time I upload a YouTube short, every time I make a YouTube video, every time I post a Valorant gameplay, like every time I stream, whatever it is, I literally think to myself, I'm like, there are so many things that influencers do that get them canceled that I could never imagine myself doing. I think I'd be like top 1% of influencers who's just like unproblematic and a slay. However, I do get scared
because I feel like
I'm like, what happens if that switch goes off in my brain and I don't even realize.
And I think that's what happens with a lot of influencers is they're like, I'm gonna be so humble, and they start off so humble. And then they start like getting used to the numbers almost. And then they're like, I want more.
If we ever become out of touch,
literally just cancel me immediately.
Send as much hate as you want. Like, please knock us back into reality.
Please humble the fuck out of us.
Like, please. Like,
No, I don't think I would ever get to that point.
I don't think so either, but I get scared.
I get scared about that switch kind of going.
That's so embarrassing. Like, because it's so embarrassing.
I already think I have a way too humble approach about literally everything ever, where a lot of people think about social media like, haha, you got 230. I got 267 subscribers on YouTube. But people are like, only 200. I know. I need to fucking boast.
You just hit 200 this year too, right?
Yeah. And then I stopped posting.
No,
6, 7.
We're gonna get back into it. You're going to LA too, so.
I know. And I'm editing a YouTube video right now. And it's kind of like a get my life back together, glow up kind of video. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Doing all that. But like even when I streamed on Twitch from the very beginning, 1 viewer, I was like, oh my God, someone's watching me.
Yeah.
2 viewers, I was like, oh my God.
Right.
5 viewers, I was like, oh my God, there's so many people that like I couldn't fit y'all in my fucking car.
Yeah.
And I think about that all the time. So even when I had a lot of viewers, I was like,
that's how it feels whenever I look at our YouTube shorts. Like I get like the more YouTube shorts I post, the more obviously just like overall views you get in like the 30 days obviously that they give. And I check that number and I'm like,
I try not to look at the numbers too much, but when I do see like when I hit 5K on Twitch, which I don't have anymore, let alone do I have much of a platform on Twitch anymore, but when I hit 5K, I was like, holy fuck, this is so many freaking. And also, I was only streaming on Twitch, so this was like all organic growth. You can't fucking do that anymore because Twitch fucking hates their streamers on their platform.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it another time. Twitch just keeps throwing things that are like, oh, you're affiliate. Let me just fuck your life over so fucking hard.
Right.
Anyways.
I feel like I'll also always be humble because I know a lot of people say this, and so it's cliche, and so I'm almost like, this almost doesn't mean anything. But I didn't come from big life. I don't know.
Like,
what you want to say.
like a lot of money.
Yeah, no. I've not saying that like we weren't poor. I'm not gonna sit here and say my family was poor. We were like just very like very middle class, like maybe middle to lower middle class, like just right there. You know, but it was fine. I liked my life. I enjoyed my childhood. I could still have my Barbie movies. Like entertaining me was very easy, especially when YouTube came out. As long as I had like something to watch YouTube on, I didn't give a fuck. Like we've lived in a lot of condos and like some nice smaller houses. The house my parents live in now is bigger, which you've seen.
And it's very nice.
It's very nice. Because my parents did have like kind of like a surge in their career successfully wise, like right before COVID, which has since fucked us since, but it's fine. So like I didn't come from money, I won't say. If anything, the person with the most money in my family is my sister, but it's not because she has it. It's just because she has more assets than I do, I think. Like, she's just, sorry, to my sister, but she's spoiled as fuck. But anyways, I didn't come from big money, and also like being a 20-year-old living on my own. I probably shouldn't say this on the internet, but even AVRYAL knows, like, I've been struggling financially on my own since I became an adult. So I always think to myself, like, if I feel like I have a different appreciation to money and money that I make when I put the work in than maybe someone who was just like rich and then just got famous. Like, I don't know.
Right. No, I yeah.
But at the same time, I still am just like I don't know. It scares me. Like,
yeah, that's funny.
And I always tell myself, like, social media, pursuing it, wanting to make it a real job, I will never let myself quit my 9-to-5. I'm not letting myself, because
I would.
I can't.
If I made enough money, I would.
If I was so fucking rich to the point where I didn't need it, then like maybe, but then I would probably just give some of the money I make back and put it back into the company that I work for. Like, cause I just don't, when I think of social media, when I think of making it a job, when I think of making money off of it, I literally think of it as just like a way to pay bills. And then my 9-to-5 is what I can like spend fun money on, like, if that makes sense. Like, I don't need things. Like, my biggest concern is just paying for things that I need.
Yeah.
I feel like, you never know, maybe I'll flip the switch one day and I'll be extremely out of fucking touch.
Who
knows?
I think it's funny because I've talked about it on my Dutch Diaries, and I think I talked about it on one of our podcast episodes, how I grew up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say poor, but we were not rich. And my dad was like,
right.
I think it's so funny how much you talk about how poor we were. We lost our house. What do you mean? Like, what? We had to get rid of our animals. Like, it was this whole thing. But to say that, I think that made me a better person today, because I was able to appreciate the things that I had.
Because that's what it is. You just have a different appreciation to money
than someone who already had everything growing up.
Yeah, to someone who's never had to worry about money.
So I just also, like, when I streamed on Twitch and I was making like decent money on Twitch for that time period that I was actually streaming, all that money, most of it went back into my streaming.
Yeah.
And that will always be like my number one.
Honestly, yeah, and that too. Like, for social media, anything we ever make, I want to either, if we split the money that we make, obviously it can go, personally, I want it to go to bills, and then also just upping
our
setup or whatever it is.
I've always told myself, like, with content creation, whatever I make money from, the very first thing, like, if you donate to me on Twitch, it says in my like little description, this will go towards a new PC.
Yes, because she fucking needs one. I
fucking need one so bad.
Did we ever finish that story about how she turned on her PC one time and it turned off all of the power on our side of the house? That's how bad she needs a new PC.
Well, I also think it's just because I don't have my power thing.
Right. That's actually the real reason.
The biggest fucking metal
industrial.
I have to buy a new one. It's like an AC adapter thing. It's a power surge thing, right, which helps my PC maintain its health if we lost power. Anyways, I've always told myself, any money I make, very first thing, goes back into whatever content. So if I made money off YouTube, which probably wouldn't happen for a while, because the requirements are a lot for what I have right now, but that would go towards upping my YouTube channel, and like that money would go into, like, if I wanted to film a day in my life and I wanted to make it fun, take myself shopping,
make it more entertaining.
Yes, but it would only be for entertainment purposes. Am I still spoiling myself? Maybe. But like, but that's also like equipment, whatever.
Right. When we were just talking last weekend about ways that we can kind of be even more present on the internet, because obviously we have our podcast, and it's embarrassing to admit, but it's true. We're trying to grow it. We're trying to become successful at our podcast because we enjoy doing it. So we were talking about how to kind of up our presence more on the internet, because obviously we just post our YouTube video once a week, and I just post like 1 to 2 clips of our podcast on our TikTok and YouTube shorts once or twice a day, which is still kind of a lot. I spend a lot of time editing clips, so it can be kind of a lot, but at the same time we're like, we need to be like making more stuff together, you know, like just like normal funny TikToks, or like working together on our own personal YouTubes as well, like our own personal YouTube channels. So we were just like throwing back and forth like things that we could do, and like how we want to fucking whatever, put more like whatever. But the issue that I was telling her that I have is that I, unfortunately, embarrassingly to admit, especially because I do talk about how much money I spend on things I should not spend money
And then
on.
you're like,
I know it's a problem. I know it's a problem. I know it's a problem. Okay, I'm aware. I don't like have the money for like things like that. Like when I think about like a fun video I could make on YouTube, everything I can think of kind of low-key involves spending money, and I don't have the money to spend.
No, because literally I think about this, like people are like, let's go get coffee. Bitch, I can't.
I know. I can only afford our Dutch once a week when we come here to film.
Well, to be fair, I do be door dashing way too fucking much, and that is my fucking issue currently. Guys, if I were to pull up all the funds of how much I've spent on DoorDash
We
this
should
past
make
month.
a clip of all the times DoorDash shows up to our door to drop off AVRYAL's food. I swear.
No,
it's
that
like
would
once
embarrass
every
me
day.
so. Not every day.
Okay, maybe like
Once every other day.
like so 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But last night doesn't count because you didn't pay for it. Did you?
Last time?
Last night.
Last night? Oh, yeah. Don't count that.
See, she
Jake-
already forgot. She
Oh.
forgot she ordered DoorDash because she does it so much. But
Jake ordered it
But
for
it
me.
doesn't count.
But
That's
did
what
I
I'm
have DoorDash open ready to fucking spend money? Yes. I was streaming last night and I was like, I really fucking want ice cream. So like I'm currently on my lady days. I hate when people fucking say that.
I know. Just
My period.
no. We're gonna be loud. This is a female-owned podcast. Okay, if you're uncomfortable, get over it.
But I'm like,
She's on her period,
period.
where she bleeds out of her. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just kidding.
Right. I do that. Yes. So does every other woman in the
I
world.
was like, I won't go the full mile, but
But this usually I crave things that are like spicy or like hot fries, chips, like
on your period.
yes, is all I fucking crave.
That's so interesting. Sorry. I'm so
You're looking
sorry.
at me like I'm a specimen.
Well, that's just really interesting because when I'm on my period, like my stomach just hurts so bad. Like the idea of having something spicy, like actually kind of makes me want to gag a little bit. Which,
Wow.
but like,
We
but
should have a
not-
podcast where it's just like a girl talk. That'd be so fun.
That sounds great. I'm down. I'm so because like all I can think about when I'm on my period is like I don't even want like hot temperature food. Because I just feel like my body is already just so hot from just the pain, you know?
Whew.
Sorry, that's just really interesting. It's just crazy the way that people are different. I don't know.
I know, because I also don't usually crave chocolate,
I crave sweets on my period.
and I'm not usually like that. But this period, all I wanted was fucking ice cream.
We have crumble at home too.
And now, like, my period's ending, but I still have that fucking, like, I need ice cream.
Wait, what is it? What do they say? They're like, the demons in me. Wait, how the fuck does that TikTok sound go? I can't remember. But the parasites in me, or whatever. What
Wait,
the fuck
no.
does it say?
I understand what you're saying. But, oh my goodness, guys, it's embarrassing as fuck. You can see me on our Ring camera leaving the house at fucking, like, 9 p.m. being like, I'm gonna go get Sonic. Or I come home after work with Sonic in my hand.
Wait, fuck, come on, bro.
Anyways, also, I think what started it is for Easter, Cheryl got me like my favorite chocolate bar, the fruit and nut ones.
Yeah.
That kick-started my like chocolate. I usually don't like chocolate.
Literally me with Dubai chocolate.
I know.
I'm like
I
not.
always see
I'm
you
not
with
like
that.
a chocolate bar kind of person, and I only like chocolate in small dosages, whatever. But I tried a Dubai chocolate bar, and I fell for the propaganda because now it's the only dessert that I want
I
100% of the time.
the Cadbury
I always have to have a Dubai chocolate bar in the freezer.
Caramellos are good too. Oh, I usually do crave Ferrero Rochers on my period too. That is like my one sweet that I do crave, but it's always hot fries.
Anyways, let's move on from this topic,
I know.
actually. Okay, so
We are only midway
next
through.
topic. There's a new spin-off coming out of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which, as you guys know, is my favorite show. I love The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And they're having a spin-off, and they're doing it with Orange County wives. So, I have a list of the girlies.
Half of them are not even Mormon.
Right. So, okay, so the confirmed cast includes McCall, I think is her name. McCall Dapron. I'm not even going to say their last name. Fuck it. I'm so bad at last names. Aspen, Avery, Bobby, Salome, Ashley, Madison, and Chandler. A group of California-based mom influencers balancing their careers, friendship, and marriages, and faith. So there's kind of some controversy going around this group of ladies, because a lot of people are finding out that a lot of them don't even have any kind of like Mormon background of any kind. Like, they're not Mormon. They never were Mormon. So, like, why are they a Mormon wife?
Like, I think 2 or 3 of them had either Mormon background or Mormon upbringing, and then one of them is currently Mormon.
Right. So,
And then the rest of them?
yeah. So, let's see. So, one of the original cast, the McCall girl, is actually Macy Neely's older sister. So, like, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. So, we know that she has some sort of Mormon background, because, I mean, Macy's family is Mormon. But then also there's Aspen. She's a YouTuber star known for her family content, but she's no longer a member of the church.
She's known for her family content. Girl.
I don't know. No Aspen.
You don't? I grew up watching her.
I don't think so.
What?
Maybe.
That's why I wanted to change my name to Aspen when I was a kid.
Oh, period. Well, maybe if I like saw her, maybe I have seen it.
I think she used to make like little vlogs or something. I don't know.
And it says Bobby, for her part, was never a member of the LDS church. She just got married young, which I think is weird. Like, don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But because Bobby said that she considered herself Christian, she used to go to church every Sunday for a long time. Or she said, we considered ourselves Christians. We used to go to church every Sunday for a time I was going to church a lot too. I did really believe in God. I don't know what that has to do with Mormonism at all. It's a completely different fucking religion, but that's okay.
Well, you know what's weird is I have seen people being like, I'm like a part of Christian, but like a Mormon. I don't know. There's like people who merge the two. They're like, I'm Mormon, but it's like Christianity. I don't know what the fuck that means.
No.
Or what the fuck they're talking about.
That's very interesting because, I mean, obviously every religion has like one basic common principle. You believe in a higher being, whatever the higher being like is.
But like you can't.
But Christianity and Mormonism, while maybe the rules, regulations, whatever you want to call it, can be similar, the underlying story of the religions are completely fucking different. Who's the Mormon? John Smith? I don't think he's in the Bible. And there's literally a Book of Mormon and then the Bible with 2 completely different fucking stories in it. So maybe Mormonism came from Christianity, but Mormonism and Christianity are 2 different things. But anyways, then Madison, one of the other castmates, Madison, says her family members are in the church. Avery, another member, says that she's never been a religious person. Some people think that Jen Affleck is going to be joining this cast since she moved to California with Zach and her children. So people think that maybe that's like a way for her to be a part of the show, even though she's like not really living in Utah anymore, which I'm pretty sure production for season 5 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is back up and on track, but I could be wrong about that. I might have to double check that. And AVRYAL said she saw Jen Affleck in like the trailer of this show, so there is a chance that she might be like in it. So in late 2026 we should be getting a new spin-off. I probably will watch the first season, but I'm going to be very critical of it, and I'm going to judge it kind of hard. because I love My Secret Lives of Mormon Wife Girlies. I love that show. I fear that this show is not going to be as interesting or cool. I fear I'm not going to like the girls, especially because again, like half of them aren't even Mormon. Like I don't even know what the fuck. I don't even know.
Okay, let me just say, I guess it's like a huge thing that a lot of Mormons call themselves Christians.
Oh, they did resume production. That's true. Okay, sorry.
Because the LDS church is considered a Christian religion, but it's like, I don't understand it fully, but I guess it is a huge debate. Like, that people are like, no, we are. Like, usually it's Mormons being like, no, we are Christian.
And
but
Christians being like, no, we're not Mormon.
Basically. And they're like, you can't be Mormon and Christian. And then, like, there's people who are like, thank you for deciphering the two. Because, like, there was a...
Like, I can understand if maybe, like, Mormonism is, like... Or, like, Christianity is, like, the umbrella... Or, like... What am I trying to say? Like, Mormonism is, like, the umbrella term. Like, it comes from Christianity, but they're not the same.
Because they have, like, different beliefs.
And their systems are set up completely fucking different. Think about how much it takes for you to get married in the temple. Think about how Mormon children, you go on your fucking what is it called, that thing that they always do where they get sent somewhere to like spread the word for like a year or two in like a different country or a different state or whatever it is. Missionary?
Oh,
wait,
like mission trips,
something like that. Like they go like they do that, and they have to wear garments, and they can't have coffee or tea. Like I don't know. Like I feel like they're very different. But you know what? I don't know. I'm not.
It is kind of hard to talk about it when
I don't know a lot about Mormonism or even Christianity for that matter. I don't know a lot about religion, but besides the point. So that's happening, and so at this premiere party for this new show, there's
fucking Jesse and Marciano.
Every single episode there's something new. They were there, they were seen together. Marciano posted, which is so funny that he did this. I didn't even show you. He posted a picture on his, or maybe you sent this to me actually.
I think I sent it to you.
Right. He posted a picture of a woman in his arms. They're kissing. There's a giant heart over her face.
Even though we can tell by the dress.
We know who the fuck that is. Because she's also seen in other interviews and videos wearing the same exact fucking dress. Obviously, it's Jessie. And there was also an interview that they did with Jessie and Macy. They talked about Taylor. They talked about resuming season 5. They even asked Jessie about Marciano. And she was saying stuff like, she's just being single right now, and she's just letting herself have fun. She's letting herself not jump into a relationship again. Because I can understand, like, once you get out of a pretty toxic relationship, when you get into another one really quickly, like, 9 times out of 10, that one's also going to be toxic. Because, you know, people need to heal. You know, everyone knows that. You need time to heal. So she's like, I'm just letting myself have fun. I'm not taking anything too seriously. And even Macy was, like, saying that, like, you know, I can't even remember, saying stuff about like how she is supportive of her seeing Marciano, but she just doesn't want Jessie to be with Marciano long term, which I don't think Jessie even has a plan to do so. Like she's just having fun,
probably,
and that's fine, and that's okay, because I feel the same way. I think I've said before, like it's not like I don't like Marciano for Jessie specifically long term. If she wants to she just wants to have a good time. If she wants to go out and feel free and feel young and just like date casually, and like I support that. I fully support that. So she talks. I was kind of surprised that she talked about it so openly in this interview. But yeah, so throwback to when we thought this was a fucking April Fool's Day joke.
I know.
It's very much not. They're together. They're seeing each other. I don't think they're like dating. I don't think. Not like boyfriend, girlfriend. I think they're dating casually. Like they're just seeing each other, which is fine. Cool.
Which posting on the Instagram.
Which is probably why you put a fucking heart over her face.
Because I would not, like, if I was dating casually, which I don't think I ever could because I'm so lover girl, I would not be posting them on my Instagram.
Probably not.
Maybe
at
like
all.
a soft launch, like our feet are together in the same image. But I'm not posting a big
your
old
soft
heart.
soft launching. So speaking of which, do y'all remember in the last season 4, like right at the beginning, obviously this is right after season 3, we find out about the affair that Jessie had with Marciano, whom she met at Vanderpump Villa, where the affair took place after the villa, because in the villa most people are pretty set on the fact that inside the villa Demi and Marciano were like getting together or whatever. At the beginning of season 4, apparently the dad talk gets invited to go to Vanderpump Villa. I also forgot to put this in the list, so that's why I'm just going to throw it in. The episode in which they filmed when dad talk did indeed go to Vanderpump Villa has now come out. And there's an episode titled Crossing Jordan. So this is the episode where all the dad talk is there. And actually, it premiered like a week ago, I think. And it basically covers a confrontation between Jordan and Marciano in the affair that Marciano had with Jordan's wife. So the confrontation, it was orchestrated by ALYSSA Vanderpump. She's the one that kind of got them together or whatever to have them hash it out, which I'm pretty sure Jordan did talk about how he talked to Marciano when he came home. And I can't really remember what Jordan said. I think he was saying that he was super apologetic, I'm pretty sure, but like Jordan was just being firm and standing his ground. But from the clip that I saw of the actual episode, it was kind of giving a little bit more violent and aggressive than the way that Jordan described it to Jessie. But I'd have to actually fully watch the episode to
It's on
understand.
HBO? Or I'm at Hulu?
Vanderpump Villa, I think it is, yeah. But so Marciano offers an apology to Jordan for his role in the affair, and Jordan remains very skeptical. He starts questioning why Marciano didn't like immediately contact him directly, but instead continued to just communicate with Jessie for however long. I can't even remember how long their affair was, like 2 months. I don't even know. During the visit, Marciano claims that Jessie originally cheated on her first husband with Jordan, which I'm assuming Jessie told Marciano if he's saying that to Jordan. So then that kind of gave Marciano like some leverage, sort of, and basically was calling Jordan like a hypocrite for being mad that his wife cheated on him when she cheated on her first husband with Jordan, if that makes sense. So then guest star Stassi confronts Jordan regarding his timeline of when he met Jessie, eventually leading Jordan to admit the claims were true, but maintaining Jessie was already divorced at the time. So I don't really know what that means. Either she cheated or not. I don't know. The drama continues into the next episode, which is episode 8. And they have Jordan and Marciano have like one last final chat or whatever, and Jordan asks Marciano to stop speaking publicly about the situation for the sake of his children. And as we know, this was filmed maybe like September of last year. So I'm pretty sure they did until season 4 came out. So that was happening. That happened. I have to watch that full episode because I'm really interested in that entire talk that they had together, because again, it seemed like I did see one clip and Jordan seemed kind of more aggressive than he made it on to be, but also still on the topic of Jordan.
What is the premise of Vanderpump Villa?
It's a reality TV show.
They all just go to a house?
They all work at the house, I'm pretty sure. So like Marciano and Stassi, they're all people I'm pretty sure that like work at Vanderpump Villa, I think. I don't think I've ever like fully watched. I can't even remember. Or maybe because I think it's like they all work there. So, but it's like a reality show about the workers, if that makes sense. There's like drama between all of them. So it's designed to showcase high-end service drama, focusing on 12 hand-picked staff working and living at Lisa Vanderpump's Chateau Rosabelle in France. And the point is to combine luxurious guest experiences with intense interpersonal romance, rivalry, and staff chaos, often featuring crossover guests from other reality shows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So speaking of Jordan, there's also something else. Basically, people have been like, oh my God, we're almost at 2 hours.
I know.
That's like not good. People have been buying cameos from Jordan, and holy shit, he's being a psychopath. He's literally sending people cameos, saying things like, one, for example, that kind of started the virality of it, is some girls bought their friend a cameo because she was engaged, and they got a cameo from Jordan because she loves the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And this fucking cameo is actually kind of ridiculous. He says, like, I'm probably not the best person to take advice from, as I'm going through a divorce right now.
I don't know if I'm the best person to be taking marriage advice from, as I'm going through a divorce right now.
As you know, my wife is out being a psycho. It's really sad to see her act like that.
As you've probably seen online, my wife's acting like a complete psycho, manic person, and it's really sad to see her act that way and unfold that way, and, you know, kiss her best friend's ex-husbands and talk to her affair partner. But hey, this isn't about me right now.
Well, whatever, it's not about me. And he's saying stuff like, I hear you're a fan of the show, so I hate to tell you that it's 100% scripted and edited to make all of the guys look dumber than we actually are.
And I understand that you're a big fan of the show. So, hate to burst your bubble. The show is a little bit, a lot of it scripted and very edited to make the men look like dumbasses. We are dumb, but we're just not as dumb as the show makes us look and sound. So.
And then he also said, like, at the end, he was like, saying that Jesse, he was telling her that, like, the best way to keep a marriage happy and healthy is to only care for each other, make each other a priority, because if you don't, you'll turn out like Jesse, who only cares about fame and fortune and is out kissing her best friend's ex-husbands and dating her affair lover and whatever it is, like going off.
My advice to you for your wedding is to always turn towards your partner and treat them like they're the most important thing in the world, because otherwise if you don't, you'll end up getting divorced like I do if you let your partner only care about fame.
And I'm like,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bro, when you
What
showed
are
me
you
that,
doing?
I was like, what the
Couldn't
fuck?
believe it.
Mind
I
you,
couldn't believe
this
it.
girl is about to get married.
I know. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, he could have, like you said, I'm not taking her words. She was like he could have just left it at, I'm probably not the best person to get advice from because I'm getting divorced. Leave it at that.
Congratulations.
Give that advice at the end.
You could even be like, just make sure you guys prioritize one another.
And look in
move on.
towards each other, and you guys will have a happy, successful marriage.
What the fuck? Okay.
You don't add in the 10 million other things and then be like, but it's not about me.
Yeah,
You just made it about you.
I couldn't believe it.
I can't.
So that's happening right now. Let's take all the stuff about Haley back.
I was gonna say we could skip this next one.
Cool. Sorry, filming for 2 hours. We've been very chatty today.
I know. I don't even know how we ended up on some of the topics we got on.
I don't know either. I know today's fuck. I'm gonna have to cut that out. I'm like not even lying. I might have to.
It's okay.
I might be too embarrassed to keep all of that in.
That's okay.
Okay.
We're just chit chatty gals.
We'll see how I feel. So if you haven't seen those cameos, go look them up on TikTok. They're fucking everywhere. It's fucking insane and also he's like really, I don't know what has happened, but something flipped in his brain, and now he has this like he's trying really, really hard. Everywhere on the internet, he's trying really hard to create this narrative that the show is 100% scripted. It's all edited and none of it is real. And I'm like, so that's something that someone would say after their life blew up from being confronted about how bad of a person they are.
Right.
Now you want to say that it's 100% scripted after we saw all of the fucked up shit you did. But it's all edited, so it's not real. No.
The edits came from somewhere.
There is a woman on that show who cheated on her husband in real life and was fully honest about it, fully came out about all of it, and she let all of us see it, real and raw. Okay? No other reality TV show, I feel like, would show it in such great detail and talk about it as much as they did in this show when it came to Jesse's affair. I really enjoyed how much they showed us of it. Because I hate in a reality TV show when you want the tea and they don't really give you the tea. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this reality TV show then?
They're like, yeah, it happened, but we're just moving on.
Like, yeah, we're going to keep it private. No, tell me.
You're on a reality TV show. You signed away your life. Now fucking give it to me.
So, sorry, Jordan. I'm not going to immediately just believe that it's all 100% edited and scripted. Maybe it's a little bit scripted. Also, it's scripted. There are real life court charges and arrests that are happening with Taylor Frankie Paul because of her actual DVDA relationship. Sorry, I don't quite believe it's scripted. But besides the point. Anyways, moving on. Last topic. I don't fully remember what we talked about last week on... Oh, actually, sorry. Before I say anything, trigger warning.
Right.
We are going to be talking about a singer that's currently in the news for Homer Slide. And also we're going to be talking about underage children. So if you do not want to watch that, feel free to click away. We'll see you guys in the next video. And if you're still watching, this is the update on the David case right now. So I don't remember what we talked about last week. I don't think because the autopsy came out after the last episode, I'm pretty sure. We can't talk about that.
I'm pretty sure that's when they released that 40 terabytes of evidence were submitted.
So as we know now, they found a significant amount of child porn on David's phone. People are still saying they don't know if it's all Celeste or if it's not. And obviously, like you said, they also came out saying that they have 40 terabytes worth of evidence against David, which sounds great. What did Jake say? Like 40 MacBooks worth?
Yeah.
Which is insane. And also, we also now have potential, I'm pretty sure we also now have cause of death, and we also got an autopsy report of the body. So, motherfucker. Okay, so... as we know, they did an autopsy, and they are pretty sure that Celeste passed around like mid-April, which is kind of scary because it's right now, because that was like the last, like around spring, middle of April. It's like the last time she was seen. She last seen at David's house. David went on a random trip somewhere, witnesses say, and they don't know where he went or what he was doing or whatever it was. So which makes sense because then you have May, June, July, August, and like August, September is around the time that they discovered her remains in his trunk. So the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's report basically found that Rivas Hernandez passed by multiple penetrating injuries. There were 2 penetrating wounds to her torso, which included an injury to her liver, and then there was evidence of traumatic injury according to the report. So there was a severe post-mortem change to her body post David's weird shit, based on how long she had been passed. They also said that her left ring finger and pinky finger, which we have proof, her left finger, the one she wore her cute little promise ring on, or engagement ring, whatever they were into, she had a little red tattoo that said David's name on it. And as we all know, I also was saying this in the last episode that they had matching tattoos of each other's names on their fingers. That wasn't true. I forgot they had matching shush tattoos on their pointer fingers, because obviously David could not have a tattoo of Celeste's name on his finger. It'd be obvious. So, but she had David tattooed on her left ring finger. After the autopsy, her left ring finger and her left pinky finger were fucking gone. Like, gone. So I'm like, that should be enough proof right fucking there that because like, what is the point? Like, I think I was telling my coworker, maybe it was you that I was talking to it about, the way that the situation happened with some of the evidence, like her fingers being gone, along with all the other evidence that we know of him, like using another Celeste to kind of seem like his girlfriend, whatever. It's very much giving, she was going to make their situation public. He had to do something about that. So he did something about that. Cut off any kind of like evidence that may like trace her body specifically to him.
But then
leave her in the back of the trunk to get so, like, what is the word?
But why would he like leave her in his car if he was trying to be like?
I feel like he
Maybe he
left
thought
her
he had
there.
more time.
That's why I think he left her there so that she could become like, as, because you know, like there are some cases where a body is like so what is the fucking word? Like when you can't even like
decompose.
Thank you. Yes. I think he left the body in the trunk to become so decomposed, minus the David finger and whatever it is, like to become so decomposed that once he got rid of the body, there'd be like no way that they could trace who this person is. But I don't think he accounted for his Tesla getting towed while he was on tour.
Right. I think he thought it would have been safe there.
Right.
Because who stands around in a tow bar?
So someone reports his car on the, maybe parked his car on the street. Someone I don't know, they towed it, and then from it sitting in a very heavily like, I don't know, people started to smell it and think it was, I don't know.
Like, why did he park his car on the street? I have so many questions because like,
I don't
if
know,
he was
or
trying
maybe
to hide it,
or maybe it wasn't parked at his house. Maybe he did low key leave that car somewhere to like never be found again.
But the car, it was in like at least his neighborhood because it's in the Hollywood Hills where the car was found. But like my question is like, was he gonna try to go the my car was stolen narrative? Because the likelihood of your car getting
he did say that to someone, because I'm pretty sure someone was like messaging him like when he was on tour, like, yo, like they found a body in your car, and he was like, bro, like my car was stolen. I think I saw, but I don't know if that's real. I feel like it is. I feel like
I've not seen that, but
and so then he started being like super like helpful. He like paused tour. He was like being really helpful to the cops, like assisting them and being really like.
But what is the likelihood of someone stealing your car and it having a body in it, and also like,
especially someone that's been seen with you multiple times.
Right.
It's not like it's a stranger.
Well, maybe that's why he was hoping it would like.
Be so, that's what I'm saying, like I feel like he wanted it to be, because there are some cases where a body can become so decomposed they can never find out who the fuck it was. There are real unsolved cases like that.
But what makes you think you're smarter than today's times of technology?
I don't know, I feel like maybe he was also giving like maybe like hide it in plain sight. Like sometimes like the answer like, or like sometimes like bad things can be happening like and right in front, and like you just don't even like, I don't know, it's almost like when you put more effort into making something not like visible, it's almost like people subconsciously seek it out and it's like easier to find, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like it's just like the laws of physics. I feel like if you're trying extra hard to hide something, like the more easily it might be found. Just because of the way the world works, like the universe, like the intangible like laws of, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No.
It's giving like, it's like when they say like if like if there's something that you're really scared of, the more scared you are of something happening, the more it'll happen. It's like something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it gives, at least. I'm not sure. So I feel like he was like, it's kind of like, or it's like one of those times where like you're when you're playing like hide and seek and you think to yourself like, if I don't see them, they don't see me. Like it'll go over their head. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But with everything coming out again, I think I talked about this last episode. There's so much that has come out, but also so little that we know about this case.
Right.
There's a lot of misinformation going on the internet, so it is hard to navigate this case fully.
Which is funny considering there is a lot of information on the internet, but it's like
a lot of it, like I don't want to say a lot of it. Some pictures are like edited. Like there's a picture of David and Celeste where he's edited into the picture. It's someone else in the picture. They edited him in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there's only 2 pictures of him and Celeste on the internet that are confirmed. 2.
Yeah.
And then there's like a lot of, is this Celeste in it? They like, a lot of like people are saying like the content with Celeste, like she covers her face a lot. She's kind of more timid versus the other Celeste. She doesn't have to hide. I don't know. It's a really weird scenario. And I don't know how public, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a fully public trial. So I'm interested to see
that's what I'm
where
looking
this is
up.
going to go.
That's what I'm looking up right now, because remember how they said that they were like requesting a preliminary hearing on the 23rd. So it says that on the 23rd, David was brought into court wearing handcuffs that were removed when he sat. He spoke only to say yes ma'am to a procedural question from Superior Court Judge Charlene F. Almedo, I don't know, who set the 4 to 5 day preliminary evidentiary hearing to start May 1st. And then she will determine whether there is probable cause to send Burke to trial. So we thought the preliminary hearing was going to happen on the 23rd, but on the 23rd she went in. He's going to get a 4 to 5 day preliminary evidentiary hearing, whatever, on May 1st. And then that's when they'll decide whether or not he's going to go to trial for everything.
Which he probably will.
I would hope so, unless there's just so much evidence, like, what? Obvious evidence that the judge is like, okay, prison. Then we probably won't get a trial.
Can they do that? Or like, do they have to go to trial?
I don't think so. I think the whole point of the preliminary hearing is to, like, the people on his side, they want to try to make him seem as innocent as possible so that there's a chance that he can go to trial, you know? Because if it's because the other people, I don't know, attorneys, prosecutors, I don't know which side is which, but the people against David, they want a preliminary hearing, or not even, they didn't even want a preliminary hearing. They wanted him to just go to jail because he's guilty for these things, or like they have evidence that says so. They don't want him to go have a preliminary hearing because they want him to go straight to jail. So if they have a preliminary hearing, the people against David, they're going to have their own mini trial with the judge, showing him the evidence to see whether or not he's innocent or guilty enough to go to trial. So if he's obviously guilty,
which they did say they had a lot of evidence against him, so
if he's
he might
obviously
be
guilty, I'm pretty sure the judge will just grant him life in prison, the death sentence, whatever it is. But if the judge is still kind of like, I need a second opinion on this because both sides are giving kind of good points, then they'll probably go to trial, like a real trial with actual witnesses and or like a jury or whatever.
Which I will say, a preliminary hearing will probably still see stuff about like media, family members, public can go in there.
I hope Stephanie Sue does. I hope she does videos on this case. Maybe she already has, actually.
I mean, a judge can close a hearing in a rare situation, such as to protect a child victim, ensure a fair trial, or a confidential informant is testifying. Which I wonder if they are going to allow public access to this one. I don't know.
But I have to be home in like 30 minutes, so we're gonna wrap it up. We do have to do a hot take. We forgot to do a hot take last episode, so apologies. Hot take. Hot take. See, the hot takes are so hard because everything that I think about what we've talked about, I don't think is like a hot take. I feel like a lot of people feel that way.
That is true, because I was going to say hot take. I think there is a certain way to go about pride catching than what a lot of the pride catchers are doing, and they're making a lot of money from it, meaning people are watching it and finding it entertaining, which I also am a part of that crowd because I watch Skeeter Jean, but I don't agree with every single thing that he does.
Yeah.
So I think that situation was very wrong. I think some things that he does could be handled better, and I hope he's doing things for the right reasons. And that, I don't even think that's a hot take.
Yeah. Okay. Hot take. I think that. Hot take. I think they should just cancel The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Orange County.
Okay, I agree with that.
I have no interest in this spin-off show. I can understand they want to grow it. They want it to be like a Vanderpump Villa or like a Real Housewives situation because they have Real Housewives in every single fucking city.
I also was just fucking thinking, you know how I said it's a bunch of influencers, and we were also talking about how Mom Talk is too.
Yeah.
But they all like kind of introduced each other in their TikToks. Like they were a friend group.
Yeah.
Before they went onto the show, right?
That's why they made the show about them.
This is just a bunch of influencers being thrown together.
Yeah.
Bobby with Aspen Ovard, my 2016 queen. Bro, I just feel like every episode Bobby is just going to sit there and be like,
I hate the way, I mean, maybe it's just like an internet thing. Maybe she just kind of like dials it up for the camera because it's kind of funny. But if she actually is like how she seems in her interviews, I'm not watching this fucking show. Like
it
she's
might be
so like
funny
monotone,
sometimes.
like, or she's just like, she seems like not interested. But then again, that could very much be a part of just like the
I
bit.
do think it is a part of the bit. However, I don't know who she is outside of the bit.
I don't know. And so I have no interest in this show. Will I watch maybe the first episode, kind of see how I feel, and then come back? Sure. But I can tell you right now, I have no interest in the show whatsoever right now. I just want my OG girlies. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck about all these other women. I've never even seen them before besides Bobby. Bobby's the only one that I knew. And I thought it was weird that she was the one. Especially because there's so many jokes in the last couple of years of people going to like premieres and events where they see the Mormon wives and they make TikToks joking about how like, oh, can they be a secret life? Can they be a Mormon wife or whatever? And can I be a part of Mom Talk? And I'm like, this is so clout chasey. Like, I kind of hate it. But anyways, that's all we have for today's episode. So funny. Of course, we were like, oh, we have a lot to cover, but like, I don't think we'll talk about it that much.
Bro, we went on 10 million side tangents, and
who
honestly,
knows
we're
how
probably
much I'm gonna cut out of this episode.
I was like, we're probably gonna cut some of this out.
I
However,
can't put that show on the internet. But
thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe right now to the Perfectly Polar podcast.
We're watching.
Wait, which side am I on? Yeah. Thank you. Also give a like and a comment. You comment on anything. I feel like at this point it's like just comment on anything that we talked about.
Just comment something.
Comment like whatever thoughts you have on any of the topics we talked about. Be nice. Leave nice comments. Be kind. But if you have any special thoughts or opinions, hot takes that you want to leave down in the comments, go for it. We also AVRYAL all of her stuff, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. That'll all be linked down below.
How'd you say it like that?
Because I hit the fuck out of my mic, it almost fell. Also, all of my stuff will be linked down below as well. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Also, make sure to follow the Perfectly Polar podcast on TikTok and YouTube. We post TikToks and YouTube shorts every day. We're working on making other TikToks, not just like clips. But make sure to go follow us over there. And we also post new episodes every Friday at 6 a.m. EST. Last week's video did go up a little late, and I apologize for that. I was having internet issues, but it won't happen again. Promise. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.